Okay, and we would like to welcome the Vice Governor of Nusa Tenggara Timur, Bapak Johannes Asadoma.
It is both an honor and privilege to join this wonderful event that will be filled with joy, energy, and spirit of togetherness. Let us give thanks to the God Almighty for granting us good health and the opportunity to gather here today. I sincerely value this event not only as a platform for Australian alumni to reunion and reconnect, but more importantly as a celebration of the strong and enduring partnership between Australia and Indonesia. My heartfelt appreciation goes to the Australian Consulate General in Bali for making this meaningful gathering possible. I'm here not only as the governor, the Vice Governor of NTT, but also as alumni of Australian. I was studying in Australian Institute of Police Management in Manly, Sydney. It was very nice place, very beautiful place. That study was end for 4 months, 3 months online and 1 month offline. So I was in Manly for 1 month. That's why I consider as the Australian alumni. So thank you for inviting me. Indonesia, one of the Australia's most important bilateral partners. Over the past 70 years, our two countries have developed deep and wide-ranging cooperation across various sectors. I'm truly looking forward to learning more about how can further we strengthen our ties in areas such as education, health, basic infrastructure, agriculture, fisheries, and of course, tourism. As Vice Governor of East Nusa Tenggara, I wholeheartedly welcome any form of goodwill and collaboration, including from the Australian government, to invest and to work together for the sake of peace and prosperity, not only in our region, but across the world. We are proud to have several strategic partnerships with Australia, including impactful programs such as Scala, Aid Prisma, Aid DRM, Mentari, and Aid PHSP across East Nusa Tenggara. We have built a total of 72 partnerships with strategic partners from various countries. However, I believe that this is still not enough. I live by the principle, 1,000 friends are never enough, and even one enemy is too many. This reminds us that the door to collaboration must always remain open, and we should never stop striving to build more friendships, more trust, and more cooperation. Therefore, I believe this is the right moment to kindly ask the Australian Consulate General in Bali to promote and facilitate even more initiative and cooperation between East Nusa Tenggara and Australia. We deeply value our strong people-to-people connections. However, we also believe that trade and investment must be at the heart of our cooperation because they are true engines of economic growth and job creation, both for the people of East Nusa Tenggara and the people of Australia. Looking ahead, I'm excited about the potential for new partnership, perhaps even a sister city program between Kupang and one cities or states in Australia. In the past, we have built, a direct flight from Australia from Darwin to Kupang, but I think at the end of 1990s, it was disconnected. I don't know why. And now I hope that Miss Jo will facilitate us to reconnect the flight between Indonesia and Australia, especially from Kupang to Darwin. Looking ahead, there is so much untapped potential for us to grow together. East Nusa Tenggara is not only the closest part of Indonesia to Australia, but also a dynamic and emerging region with the vast opportunities for trade, investment, and collaboration. And finally, let me say this: NTT means Nusa Tenggara Timur, have a bad acronym, NTT. NTT, they call it Nanti Tuan Tolong. God will help us later. But now, NTT stands for New Tourism Territory. The new government, me and Mr. Mirkala Kalena will build our tourism as one of the growth, economic growth for NTT, because we have so many potential tourism area, but we haven't explored all of them. So in this government, we'll work hard to explore all of our potential tourism. And finally, once again, I hope that the cooperation between Indonesia and Australia, especially with East Nusa Tenggara, will be improved, will be better in the future. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, this year, for the very first time, Deep on the Green is being held here in the vibrant city of Kupang. I believe this is a meaningful and strategic decision, marking the beginning of a new chapter for our alumni to step into the spotlight, showcase their talents, and reaffirm their contribution to the development of East Nusa Tenggara. For many years, Australian alumni have played a vital role in shaping progress in our province, both in the public and private sectors. Through key partnerships supported by the Australian government, numerous development programs have been successfully implemented and have made a real difference in the lives of our people. Deep on the Green in Kupang is more than just a joyful alumni gathering or a casual sharing session. It is in essence a celebration of commitment, achievement, and of enduring impact of Australian alumni in Indonesia, particularly those who have been actively engaged in advancing development here in NTT, including within our government institution. Therefore, I sincerely hope that this will not be the last time Deep on the Green comes to our city. I would love to see this vibrant event extended to other cities and regions throughout our province. just as the positive impact of various Australia-supported programs has reached and benefited many communities in East Nusa Tenggara. May this event serve not only as a heartfelt reunion for our alumni, but also a powerful platform for outreach and inspiration, especially for the people of Kupang and beyond who aspire to pursue higher education and research opportunity in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, to close my remarks, I extend my warmest wishes for a joyful and memorable gathering to all Australian alumni attending today. May this event inspire new energy and renew spirit of contribution to our province, especially in supporting provincial government of East Nusa Tenggara in realizing our vision and advance healthy, smart, prosperous, and sustainable entity. May the hard work and active involvement of alumni across various sectors serve as a shining example, offering inspiration and optimism to everyone they encounter. May the Almighty God bless all our effort and aspirations. Let us build entity together with cooperation with Australian government. Thank you very much and enjoy your time. Thank you.
The purpose of this activity, it's called Gig on the Green. It's the first time we've brought it to Kupang in NTT. And it's an annual event for Australian alumni in Indonesia under the Australia Awards Indonesia program. It's an opportunity for Australia Awards alumni to connect, reconnect, make new networks, collaborate, get together and celebrate our great people ties between Australia and Indonesia.
Kegiatan ini adalah Gig on the Green, merupakan kegiatan yang pertama kali dilaksanakan di Kupang, tapi merupakan kegiatan tahunan yang dilaksanakan oleh Kedutaan Besar Australia untuk Indonesia di bawah pengenalan Australia Awards Indonesia. Ini kegiatan ini adalah kesempatan bagi alumni Australia untuk saling bertemu, menjalin koneksi kembali dan merayakan hubungan antara kedua negara.
We have over 200,000 Australian alumni in Indonesia, which is significant and the largest scholarship program in Indonesia and the longest running. And we have many alumni here in NTT.
Ada lebih dari 200.000 alumni Australia di Indonesia yang merupakan jumlah yang terbesar dan juga merupakan program beasiswa dari luar negeri terlama di Indonesia.
Bapak Wagub, mungkin harapan Bapak Wagub terhadap kegiatan ini?
Indonesia Bapak Wagub.
Indonesia. Jadi ini kegiatan yang sangat bagus. Di samping sesuai dengan visinya Presiden Prabowo Subianto, yaitu internasional, yaitu mendidik lebih banyak pemuda-pemuda kita untuk membayar di luar negeri. Ini khusus untuk NTT ini merupakan suatu kerjasama yang bagus karena NTT adalah provinsi terdekat dengan Australia dan kerjasama itu sudah terbangun sejak lama. Nah, kegiatan ini akan membangkitkan kembali semangat kita untuk membuka berbagai kerjasama dalam berbagai bidang seperti saya bilang tadi ya, bagi bidang infrastruktur, bagi bidang kesehatan dan terutama di bidang pendidikan. Australia mempunyai program-program pendidikan beasiswa bagi siswa-siswi Indonesia dan itu ini harus kita rebut dengan menyiapkan lulusan SMA kita dengan baik ataupun mereka yang akan melanjutkan S2 dan S3 di Australia. Ya. Salah satu program daripada BLK Joni adalah itu menyiapkan pelajar-pelajar kita untuk bisa lulus dalam seleksi ya untuk belajar ke luar negeri, sehingga ini sangat cocok kegiatan malam ini dilaksanakan di Kota Kupang ya, pertama kali karena ini dari Australia kan sudah melaksanakan kegiatan ini di you held this event in Makassar, Surabaya, Jakarta ya, sekarang Kupang. Jadi ini kesempatan yang sangat baik untuk kita memotivasi, merangsang pemuda kita untuk bisa memanfaatkan kesempatan yang disiapkan oleh pemerintah Australia untuk bisa belajar di sana.
Pak, mungkin bisa sebut salah satu program yang sudah berhasil dibuat atau mungkin yang akan direalisasikan oleh pemerintah.
Program apa?
Program untuk menyiapkan beasiswa, menyiapkan siswa.
Oh iya, sudah. Kita sudah 1 kali tahun ini ya mengadakan pelatihan bagi siswa-siswi kita yang lulus SMA untuk belajar ke luar negeri, baik itu melalui program LPDP maupun program beasiswa yang ditawarkan oleh negara-negara sahabat, salah satunya Australia. Ya, jadi sudah kita 1 kali laksanakan pelatihan itu.
Beverly from Victory News. You are one of the Australian alumni, so I wonder what is the best experience that you ever had when you're studying in Australia. And the second one is I wonder how you can communicate and collaborate with the Australian alumni here in NTT to help you and the government here and develop our province better.
Yeah,
Bahasa Indonesia Bapak.
when I was in Australia, when I took part in the course, it was very tough course. Yeah, very tough course because you are not only learn on the class, but you have also many papers that you have to
deal with.
complete the whole night. Yeah, every day, and the difference between Indonesia and the Australian systems is when you write a paper, they will give you like a minimum words of your paper. For example, in one topic you have to write down minimum like 3,000 words, 3,000 words or 4,000 words, and with many references that you have to fulfill. And this is not easy. Yeah, not easy. Every day I was in the library until 1 or 2 p.m. Just to find the references from the books, from the literature, everything to put in our paper. So this paper not based on our mind, but based on the research or the research or based on the view of experts, not based on our mind. So this is the toughest and the most difficult courses that I ever joined. Because I've joined in USA, in Netherlands, in Germany, many countries, but I think in Australia is the toughest course that I had. That's my impression, my impression during my course in Australia. And second, in the office, I gather all of the alumni and I gave them some project, like
to find sponsor or donor, yeah, to finance our programs. Yeah, they are working on it now. Maybe more than 20 alumni. I have gathered them in my office. Yeah, one of them, Miss Selvi, yeah, is now Karo Ekonomi, ya.
Yes.
Karo Ekonomi in kantor gubernur, ya. She led this group, ya, to find or to build a cooperation, to find sponsor or donor, even from foreign countries or from international NGOs to participate and support our programs in NTT. This is one of our my program in empowering those who pass or the alumni of the Indonesian, I mean, my employees at the office.
Thank you.
Ya, kasih teman-teman mungkin bisa dilanjutkan lagi nanti sambil ngobrol-ngobrol kita.
Lihat tuh terakhir.
Oke, silakan.
Last one, ya.
Kuota yang disiapkan NTT untuk kerjasama dalam rangka kerjasama Australia berapa?
Bagaimana?
Kuota beasiswa.
Beasiswa, quote is, I think, I don't know, Miss Joe. What is the quote? Quota for
The scholarship and then
the scholarship. How many that you
There isn't a
accept?
quota.
Huh?
The answer is there isn't a quota.
There's no quota.
So we encourage as many
As
people
many as-
to apply,
yeah.
and particularly here in NTT is one of our priority areas and provinces.
Yeah.
So we want as many people to apply as possible. There's short courses all the time. There's scholarships programs, split site masters, doctorates, masters. And the short courses, and then a little bit longer, well, PhD, yes, no, doctorates. They run all year. So what I say
So
is,
there's no quota.
get onto the Australia Awards Indonesia website.
Yeah.
Everyone must put this in your report because that's where all the information is, and we encourage as many people as possible to apply.
maybe fellowship for
Jadi
journalists.
tidak ada kuota, ya. Berapa yang lulus itu kan ada syaratnya, ya. Syarat nilai minimal nilainya harus berapa, dan juga syarat bahasa Inggrisnya, ya, TOEFL atau IELTS harus berapa, itu ada syaratnya. Kalau itu terpenuhi, 100 yang daftar, 100 diterima.
Pemerintah Indonesia juga menyediakan beasiswa ya dari LPDP maupun dari kementerian terkaitnya.
Bapak Rektor, dari Undara seperti apa tanggapannya seperti yang disampaikan oleh
Ya
Bapak
mungkin
Wagub?
saya lebih spesifik karena kami kemarin baru meresmikan atau mengaktifkan kembali Australian Corner. Jadi Australian Corner itu satu tempat untuk menyediakan berbagai informasi, literatur maupun audio-video untuk mengencourage mahasiswa, student maupun orang luar untuk datang belajar culture dan pendidikan Australia dan belajar juga termasuk cara bagaimana mengaplikasi beasiswa. Itu sebenarnya itu.
Terima kasih. Music time. Music. Everyone's waiting.
Bisa foto bersama di stage.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to enjoy the music.
Now it's music time.
Skyband is an emerging Indonesian music group based in Kupang, renowned for captivating audiences with their energetic performances and heartfelt lyrics. Blend
#GOG Kupang 2025 and tag Konjen Bali in your Instagram and X.
Where?
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome for Sky Band.
Selamat semuanya.
Band.